Welcome Shemstars. Welcome to the mathematics class. We will continue with lesson 8, ratio and proportions. Today we will complete exercise 8.3. Let us start with question number 7. Show that 25, 35, 49 are in continued proportion. For this, students, let us first understand what is continued proportion. In a proportion, if second and third terms are equal, then the proportion is called the continued proportion. See the example here, students. Here, this second and third term, they both are equal, 8, 8. So, it is continued proportion. Here also, you can see both the terms, second and the third term, they are equal, 4 and 4. So it is in continued proportion. Now come to question number 7. It is given that 25, 35, 49 are in continued proportion. It means my second and third term is same. See here, my second and third term should be same. That is, if second term is 35, so third term will also be 35. Since they are in continued proportion, it means product of means is equal to product of extremes. So, product of means is 35 into 35, that is 35 square. Then it is 25 into 49. Now, 35 square is equal to 25 into 49 is 1225. Okay. 35 into 35 is also 1225 and 25 into 49 is also 1225. So my LHS is equal to RHS. So yes, it means what we have considered is right. So what we have considered that they are in continued proportion. Yes, they are in continued proportion. It means here second and third term is same. Question number 8. Find the mean proportion between 3 and 12. Now for this, first we have to understand the word mean proportion. See students, mean proportion means if A, B and C are in continued proportion. Continued proportion all of you know now. That is my second and third term is same. If A, B and C are in continued proportion, then A ratio B is equal to B ratio C. Here, then C is called the mean proportion. If A, B and C are in continued proportion, then this B is the mean proportion. So, if B is the mean proportion, then see here, A ratio B means A upon B and B ratio C means B upon C. So, if I cross multiply this, then here B will come here. It will become B into B and C will go here. It will become A into C. So, it will become B into B means B square, A into C means AC. So, here B square is equal to AC. The mean proportion square is equal to A and C. B square is equal to AC. So, you have to remember this formula, that is B square is equal to AC. Now, come to 8th question. You have to find out the mean proportion between 3 and 12. So, my formula is B square is equal to AC. Here B is the mean proportion. So, B square is equal to A into C. That is B square is equal to 36. That is B square is equal to 6 into 6 is 36. So B square is equal to 6 square. It means B is equal to 6. So the mean proportion between 3 and 12 is 6. Come to question number 10. The ratio of the length of school playground to its width is 5:3. If the width of the ground is 66 meters, find the length of the playground. Now, the ratio of the length to its width is given 5:3 and width is given 66. We have to find out the length. So, let the length be x meters. I don't know length, I am taking it as x meters. So, then x ratio 36, that is length ratio breadth is 5:3. Now again we will apply our same formula, that is product of extremes is equal to product of means. Here product of extremes x into 3 is equal to product of means, that is 66 into 5. Now we will solve this. We'll find out the value of x. 3 I will shift from LHS to RHS. So it will come in the divide sign. Now I can cancel this. So x is equal to 22 into 5. That is 110 meters. So length of the playground is 110 meters. Now come to question number 12. Arrange the following numbers in the correct order to make them in proportion. The first number has to be the first term of the proportion. See students, here we are given with the 4 numbers and we have to arrange them in the order so that it will be in proportion. The first term is placed right. The rest three terms you don't know whether they are placed right or not. So what will you do? You will multiply the extreme terms and the mean terms. If they come same, then it is right. See, the extreme terms here are 8 and 27. So when you multiply 8 into 27, it is 216. And the mean terms are 24 and 9. When you multiply 24 and 9, it is also 216. It means here the position is right. Here this is in the proportion, that is 8 ratio 24 is proportional to 9 ratio 27. Now come to question number 2. Here my 4 terms are 0.9, 10, 4 and 0.36. I cannot change the first term. First term is in the right place. It is given. So now if I multiply 9 and 0.9 and 0.36, you can see from here only that these 2 terms are having decimals and these 2 terms are not having decimals. So it will never be equal. It means one term should be of decimal and another term should be of non-decimal. So let me try with 9 and 4. So 0.9 into 4 is equal to 3.6 and 10 into 0.36 is also 3.6. So yes, my correct order is 9 ratio 10 is proportional to 0.36 ratio 4. Likewise, come to the third term. Here my 4 numbers are 8, 40, 200 and 40. Now I have to choose I have to see whether the second, third and fourth term are placed right or not. So if my first, here I can see clearly that 8 into 40 is 320 and 40 into 200 is 8000. It is not same. So now let us do this first and the third term. 8 into 200 is 1600 and 40 into 40 is also 1600. So now it is right. It means my first term is 8, second term is 40, third term is also 40 and fourth term is 200. Now complete exercise 8.3. That's all for today, Shemstars. Thank you. You can drop your queries on the Google Classroom.